Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. This is a beautiful Tuesday episode. Man, do we got an episode for you guys today. I know you read the title. I know you're like, what the foop is going on? I'm ready to get into this thread. Hopefully you guys are too. Before we do get into the thread though, got a couple announcements. All right. Just a couple. We are slowly encroaching. Well, actually, we're kind of fast approaching, if I'm being honest with you. We are fastly approaching the podcast's 2-year anniversary of August 14th. And if I'm being honest with you, man, I am very excited to usher in another year of Am I the Asshole Podcast. And I have nothing but you guys to thank for that. If I'm being honest with you, this show has grown so much. This show has changed a lot for me. And it's really shown me dude, this podcasting stuff, it's something else. You know what I mean? All the stuff that I've gone through and learned and have done with this show, and as much as I've accomplished with this show, it's insane. And I still have so many more goals to go, and we're still moving and grooving, baby. It's amazing. I've been consistently uploading since 2023. I've not taken a week off of uploading. Not a single fucking week. Not a single week have I taken off uploading for 2 years. And so, it's you guys that are watching and listening and all that good stuff and downloading. You guys are the reason why I've been so consistent. You guys are the reason why that I've been keeping this show going. And you guys have been keeping the show going regardless, if I'm being honest with you, just sending in scenarios and, going over the threads and we started streaming this year, and we've been taking the streaming game by storm, baby. We be having so much fun over there on the streams. And if you haven't seen any streams, you got to, and I mean, you got to get into a stream with us. Oh my goodness. Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Friday, Sunday, and Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live. We stream. I've been going 8 to 10 hours streaming, hanging out with you guys, having a good time. We have almost made a affiliate on Twitch, which is super awesome. We are very close to that. If you are not following on Twitch, definitely start following on Twitch. All right. Links are down in the description. They're also on my YouTube page. And so, man, get on in there. Follow us on Twitch, man. If you want, watch on YouTube. I stream everywhere. So, I stream on YouTube, I stream on Twitch, stream on Kick, and I stream on TikTok. So, catch your boy streaming. Come and hang out with us, man. It is so much fun. We play horror games. That's kind of my niche, is we just play indie horror games. And people like to watch me get scared because I get jump scared a lot. And it's so good. It is so good. Oh, we play all kinds of games. I read chat like crazy. You guys get to know me to a deeper level, because people do ask me deep questions. They do. People ask me a lot of deep questions, and they want to know, just what's kind of going on in my life, I guess. And I'm a very open book kind of person. So you can come on into the stream, ask me whatever you want, and hang out. You know what I mean? So, if you're like, you know what? I want to check out a stream. I want to see what's up. 2 things you can do. 1, definitely get in the Discord. Link down in the description. Join the Discord. We do have a notification center that allows you guys to see when we go live. All that good stuff. Also, when we upload episodes, we upload shorts, all that kind of stuff. The notification center is that one-stop shop, and it also has links. So when I upload something, you can click a link and it'll take you to the clip, or it'll take you to the episode, or it'll take you to the stream. It'll do it all. I have it all set up in there to where you some videos you can watch on Discord, which is kind of crazy to me. So again, notification center in linked in the description. Get in the Discord, and that has everything you need. Second, I do have a VODs playlist. So if you go to my playlist, there is a VOD playlist, and you can pretty much watch any of our streams. And just check out the craziness we be having going on in the streams. And they're a lot of fun. You'll see what we got going on in there, and you may think, oh, I kind of want to be a part of that fun, So definitely come on in. Help me towards my goal of becoming a Twitch affiliate. We are almost there. All I need is the follower requirement, and I just need concurrent viewers. You know what I mean? That's all I need. That's it. That's the only criteria your boys got left. I have the hour streamed. I have the days streamed. I have all that stuff. We just need 25 followers. We're almost there. We have 13. So we're almost there. We can make it to 25. I'm hoping I will make it affiliate by the end of August, which I think is totally doable. Totally doable with you guys' help. All right. So definitely get in the description. Join the Discord. After joining the Discord, when you see the notification of us going live, hop on in the live, hang out with us. Preferably watch on Twitch, but if you watch on YouTube, or you watch on TikTok, or you watch on Kick, that's cool. All right. So thank you guys for all that. Let's get right on into the thread. Today's thread is: when and how did you realize your partner was a psychopath? All right. So let's see when you realize that your partner was a psycho. This is going to be some crazy shit. I'm excited to get into this. When he unalived a fly by suffocating it in a bag, and then almost unalived me 3 years later. Yo! That's crazy. Look, I personally do not get it when a guy gets to a point where he is so mad with a girl that he feels like he wants to unalive her. That to me will never make sense. And look, I've been broken up with. I've been cheated on. I've been done dirty. I've been, embarrassed and looked like a fool. All that. But not once have I ever thought to myself where I'm like, I want to inflict violence on her. It just makes no sense to me. Like, a lot of times for me, it's just like, bro, I'm sad. It is what it is. And I move on. It's never a thing of like, I sit and wallop in this. I just don't get why dudes do that to themselves. Like, why are you doing that to yourself? That just, to me, it makes no sense, man. That's just crazy. That is insanely crazy. All right. Oh, goodness. All right. Hold on. Okay. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? She carved my name into her thigh with a box cutter, smiled and said, "Now we're forever."
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's when I realized I was dating a limited edition demon with adamant issues. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, getting a tattoo wasn't enough, Like, she straight carved his name into her thigh, bro. And the crazy part about it is, bro, she can't date anybody else. Think about it. You know what I mean? You're like doing your thing, about to have some sexy time with a girl. You get her pants off, and you're just like, what the? Jake? Who the fuck is Jake? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. She's got this scar in her thigh now that says Jake. You know, like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, she's cooked, man. She is cooked. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? I had a brief summer romance with a lady back in the 80s. She's enchanting, funny, beautiful. One day she told me she burned down her brother's garage with his dog and his car inside. With the dog inside? That's crazy. You couldn't have just let the dog out? Because he missed her birthday party months earlier. She told me this as blandly as if she was describing the concept of porridge. So, wait, hold on. So, I'm just trying to figure out how this conversation happened. You know what I mean? Because he just was like, oh yeah, one day she was just like, oh, hey babe, guess what? You know, my birthday's coming up. And the last time somebody forgot about my birthday was my brother. And I burned down the garage with his car and his dog in there because he forgot my birthday. So yeah, don't forget my birthday, okay? And you're like,
What?
Bitch, you said what now? Like,
What did he say?
You just casually throw in there that it's your birthday, and the last person that forgot your birthday, you straight burned down his garage with his car and his dog in there. You know what I mean? Like, I would break up with her the day after her birthday. Not before. Not on the day of her birthday, the day after. Just so I can keep my car and my dog intact. Because, and I mean, if I'm being real with you, bro, yeah, breaking up with her would be one of those things where she would definitely key your shit and she would probably burn your car. Oh, hell nah, man. Nah, man. That's crazy. And he thought he found him a good one too. He was like, oh yeah, she's so beautiful and sweet and charming. And, you know, she's just a little bit of a psychopath though. Like, damn. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? He told me if I was ever suicidal that he'd dangle me off the balcony until I wasn't anymore. Hold up. Bro, what? Wouldn't that make her more? My thing is, where's the logic in this? Like, if somebody is suicidal and you pretty much just kind of help them halfway off the ledge, don't you think they would just kind of like accept it at that point? I mean, I think he's kind of hoping for like a shocking, oh my God, no, I don't want this, you know what I mean? And it would kind of make them feel like, oh, you know, me thinking suicidal is stupid, you know, like, why would I think that? That's not good. So, you know, never mind. Thank you for making me realize that. But it's like, that's kind of extreme if I'm being real with you. I wonder if he said that because it's worked before, you know, like he had a patient that felt that way. And so he was like, huh, okay, well, come out to the balcony with me. You know what I mean? And he's just like, oh, he's like, are you still feeling this, Mr. Jacobs? Are you still feeling this way? And he's just like, no, not anymore. And he's like, oh, okay, well, maybe, you know, you were kind of overboard in your thinking, don't you think? Like, bro, that kind of seems a little crazy to me, if I'm being honest with you, but you know what I mean? Like, bro, that's kind of crazy. Like, let's be real. That's a little too much. When and how did you When and how did you realize your partner was a psychopath? When he paid money to look up somebody's license plate info after a bout of road rage. I mean, I wouldn't say that makes him a psychopath. I would think he's got some major issues. You know, like you got some major issues, bro, if I'm being honest with you, because it's one of those things. It's one thing, all right? It's one thing to have some road rage, but it's another thing to go home and then try to find this person from their license plate. Now, if he would have called the cops and been like, hey, you know, this dude almost ran me off the road, blah, 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 his license plate is this, and that, I would find that to be pretty normal. Maybe they're leaving out what he wanted to do to said person after he found their information through their license plate, because I think then we would have a problem. It'd be like, okay, bro, hold up. Hold up, man. This is now meditated first degree. We ain't trying to have you do some meditated first degree, because you ain't getting out of jail after that. Let's be real, bro. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. All right, when and how did you realize your partner was a psychopath? I only date psychopaths. One said he rode around with a gun in his car after we broke up, hoping he would run into me so he could unalive me. Another told me he would hotshot me and no one would think he unalived me because I'm in recovery and it would just be a terrible tragedy that I'd relapse. I'm sure there are other examples, but these are the ones that stand out. Girl, what the fuck? And this is that type of shit where I'm like, women just love, and I mean love, the shittiest of dudes. And they sit there and they wonder like why they're perpetually single and why they can't find anybody and why they have these weird standards of dating. It's like because you guys find the weirdest guys attractive. Like I saw this TikTok, right, where this girl, she went out on a date with a dude and you know, they were at the restaurant and she was like, oh, you know, like what, I'm looking at the desserts. Like, what are you looking at? And he's just like, oh, you know, I want you for dessert or whatever. And, you know, she kind of was just like, and then he was just like, oh yeah, you know, like maybe we should just get out of here. And she was like, what are you talking about? Like we haven't eaten or ordered anything. He's like, yeah, but you know, like forget that. Like let's just get out of here. Let's go back to my place. And she's like, no, like this is our first date. And he's like, oh, you know, you're not going to put out like, you know, I took you to this fancy restaurant. Like I'm kind of entitled to, you know, get some or whatever. And so, and my whole thing is and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, you had to have known that he was this type of guy to some degree before going out with him. You had to have known. There's no way that these type of dudes who are like this, like, I mean, unless she was just like trying to be blind to it, or she was just like, nah, like he's attractive enough, or he's got a good job, or what. He had to have had something to where she was kind of putting blinders on until that interaction in the date, and then she took her blinders off and was like, oh, okay, he's kind of crazy. Or it was one of those things where she had her blinders on, but it was so crazy to where, you know, it's just right up in front of her and she can't deny it anymore, because it's like, bro, come on. You know what I mean? And I'm just, I just find it to be absolutely insane. I really do. I find it to be absolutely insane that it's just like girls love these kind of guys. You know, it's insane to me. But, you know, do you think, I guess, and girls be wondering why they be getting beat on, and it's, you know, it's insane. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You guys sit here and go for the party, you know, constantly drunk kind of dudes, and you wonder why dude's an alcoholic. It's like, bruh, You know what I mean? You met him at a fucking bar or you met him at the club. No shit, nigga's gonna be drunk all the time and partying and shit like that. Like, come on. You thought he was just gonna change? Like, hey, I digress. Oh, God. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? He had a poop kink, bruh.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy. I guarantee you, my man, he didn't even tell her about this kink. It was just one day they were having sex, and then he was just like, oh, babe, I want to try this thing. Oh, it's going to be so sexy. And she's just like, okay, all right, whatever. Homeboy squats over her chest, and he's just, and just doo-doo is coming out of his butt. And she's like, what the fuck? Bro. No. Come on, man. And with that one, I give her some grace. Okay. Yeah. I give her some grace because it's one of those things where it's like, you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know that they be having these kind of kinks until it's too late. I won't lie to you. You don't know. Yeah. Now with homeboy who, the last girl, okay. I didn't cut her no slack because it's like, bro, you knew who you were dating. You know what I mean? It's like, you know who you're, and that's why I told that story, because it's one of those things where it's like, you know who you're going to go on a date with. And I think some girls just kind of like, I'm going to put the blinders on because he's got X, Y, or Z. And so she gives him the chance, But with this one, it's kind of like, you can't really tell. You know what I mean? You can't really tell until motherfucker's squatting over you and doo-doo's coming out of his butt. All right, we're going to do two more and we'll end today's thread. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? When she tossed a vacuum cleaner at me and we had sex an hour later, that's crazy. That's crazy. I bet that coochie was fire though. Man, I said this on another podcast where I was just like, bruh, why do all the crazy girls got the best coochie? It's like, what the fuck, man? Why? I mean, they should be just gushy and right. You're like, it's always the crazy ones, man. It's always the crazy ones. And you're just like, what the fuck? And it be making you just think twice, like, I can fix her. And I'm telling, and look, my advice goes both ways. Ladies, you're not going to change a man, and men, you're not going to change a woman. I'm sorry. When a woman is psycho, there ain't going back. They're just not. These chicks ain't going back, bro. They're just psycho, and it just is what it is. You either deal with the psycho and you get the good coochie, or you go get you a girl that ain't a psycho and, the coochie's just all right. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, like, psycho girls, they fuck. You know what I mean? Like, crazy bitches just fuck. It's like, Jesus, and oh, it sucks you in, man, and you can't get rid of it. Oh, man, I bet that, like I said, I bet the coochie was just fire, bro. All right, this will be our last one for today's thread. When and how did you realize your partner is a psychopath? When she had a bowl next to her toilet where she would keep her used tampons. Oh. Okay. Is she reusing these? Is that a thing? Do you ladies reuse your tampons? Is that possible? Maybe you're just like, there wasn't that much blood on this one. I could reuse this. Like, I don't know. So let me know. I know if I first date, not first date, but like I just started, talking to a girl, whatever, go to her house and I see something like that, I definitely would be a little wary. I definitely would kind of be like, that stuck out. Why do you have a bowl? I'm just saying. I don't necessarily think that makes her a psychopath unless she's reusing them. But again, can you do that? Can you reuse them? I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments, but that's going to be that thread for today. Man. Oh, y'all be loving some psychos out there. Look, men, I understand why. The coochie is good. Ladies, is psycho men's dick good? Is that what it is? They just be having that bomb dick game or what? What is it? What is it? You guys let me know. You guys have to let me know. But that's going to be that thread for today. We're going to get on into announcements. Then we'll get right into today's scenarios for today. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on Tuesday and Sunday shows like these lovely people did for today. All right. I've only missed one Friday, and I mean one Friday on Patreon. There's over 100 hours of content over there, man. Just waiting for you guys, ready to go. All right. So definitely get in there. $3 a month, get you the exclusive episode. All right. So get on in there. We're going to be having our free Patreon Day episode for August this week. So if you guys are, maybe on the fence a little bit, wait until Friday, see if you like it or not, and then get on in there. Okay. So, audio listeners, thank you for all the downloaded support as well as rating as 5 stars, all that good stuff. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. My Apple Podcast people as well as my Spotify people, thank you guys so much for all your support. You guys are the real goats, all right? I do see you guys. I keep an eye on my analytics all the time, and I'm loving the support you guys have been putting in. So thank you so much. Go ahead and follow us on everything else. Help out with the mission. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All right. The YouTube subscribers have been kind of going up and down. We've been kind of doing our thing. I've been noticing the support in the YouTube, so I do appreciate that. I'm hoping by the end of this year we can hit 2,000 subscribers. That is the goal. That is the goal. All right. So hopefully we can hit that, and definitely come out and support us out on our streams. We stream on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. All right. Every Friday, Sunday, and Monday we stream. So definitely come hang out with us. It's a good time, baby. It's a good time, and the streams are very long. We go for like 8 to 10 hour streams. It's because the streams are just fun. We have a good time. We hang out with everybody. We're all in the chats. All the chats are combined. So, you can talk to, if you're on Twitch, you could talk to YouTube people. If you're on Kick, you could talk to the Twitch people. You guys could talk to each other because you could see everybody's chats on screen and in the chat. So you guys can interact with each other, all that good stuff. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our scenarios, and let's get on into it. And yes, please help me get towards my goal of affiliate. All right. I would love to be a Twitch affiliate. That is kind of a big goal of mine. So let's get on into today's scenarios. We got our first one. Am I wrong for wanting to break up with my boyfriend? All right. Why do you want to break up with him? So I, 20 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 23 male, for almost 3 months. And here lately, he's been overthinking, and he keeps asking me if I'm going to break up with him. And I have reassured him, but I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so confused and conflicted on how to move on from this, but he keeps bringing it up, and it's making me so mentally drained. Yeah, we've had a lot of these scenarios come through the show in the past, almost 2 years of doing the podcast. And sadly, ladies, with these guys, you do have to break up with them. And let them sit there and be like, see, I told you so. I knew you were going to break up with me, because these type of guys are the type of guys who they understand that they may not be like your first choice. They may not be where they want to be in life. They understand that there are other guys that are better than them, so on and so forth. And they're just extremely insecure about themselves. Like, this would be one time where a girl could call a dude insecure, and I would be like, facts. Facts. He's insecure. Because he is. The fact that he's asking this question over and over and over and over and over again to the point where you're mentally drained, yeah, he's extremely insecure. And honestly, that's not attractive, bro. That's not attractive. Being insecure as a man is not attractive, man. It's not. Being clingy as a man is not attractive, bro. It's just not. I'm sorry. Your girl doing this where, she's asking if, do you still love me and all that kind of stuff. It's good that she's doing that. Why? Because you have to always be in the frame of your girl feels like she's got the best guy, or else she'll go to the next guy. She'll go to that next best, and so that's the reason why, you have to put your girl in a position where, she feels like she needs to be clingy and she feels like she needs to be, stuck to you like glue and all that. But for a guy, no, because for a guy, we need to be on our mission. We need to be, doing our thing, because if we're not, then we're failing as men. You know what I mean? We're failing as men. It's like we can't do our job in the relationship with her if we're not putting our goal first and striving to be whatever it is that you want to be. Like for me, if I were to have a girlfriend, I would not put her first. She would come second or even third. The reason being is because by me not putting her first and being focused on my goals and my ambitions in life, that's sexy to her. She looks at me like, damn, my man works hard and he's always doing his thing. You know what I mean? And she likes that. She sees the ambition. She sees the hard work and the long hours I'm putting in. She wants to fuck that guy. But if I'm sitting here and I'm making her my priority and I'm constantly, oh, you still love me, right, babe? Oh, you still care about me. Bro, she doesn't look at that as sexy. That's not sexy to her. She's just like, bro, I know that pussy's dry. You know what I mean? She's like, no, man, get away from me. And that's something that a lot of dudes, they just don't for some reason understand. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? You realize you're hurting yourself with this girl more than you're helping yourself? Like, come on, man. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't think you'd be the asshole leaving this guy, because he's just not going to be that guy. He's not going to be the guy that you're going to want to settle down with, that you're going to be able to see as attractive. You're going to be able to look at as like, yeah, that's my man. He's going out there and getting it. He loves me and cares about me, but he doesn't put me first because he understands that, the mission comes first. Because a man who puts his mission first and he puts his goals and things like that first, the woman only benefits when he succeeds. And so if your man is not striving for a goal and he's not striving to be something better, well, guess what? You're not benefiting in this relationship, baby girl. You're just not. You're just being complacent and stagnant. You're not going anywhere. Your life is on hold, and sure, you can go do something with your life and, go do something and all that kind of stuff. But guess who's going to be guilt tripping you the whole time? Him. You know what I mean? He's going to be making you feel bad for like following your goals and, going to school for this or that. You know what I mean? And women are easy to kind of fall into that like sympathy. You know what I mean? They're quick to fall into that sympathy, and a lot of times they will like stop doing what they're doing because of their man, and they're like, oh no, because they love him and they care about him and this and that. And so it has to be the other way around. It has to be the guy, because the guy ain't gonna fall for that sympathy bullshit. He's not. He's gonna just be like, babe, no, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And he's gonna come out successful on the other end, and guess who benefits? You benefit because you're with that man. He's going to take you with him. And so, yeah, this guy is just not going to be conducive to your life, and you're not the asshole for wanting to break up with him. Because he's not doing his job as a man. Let's be straight. Let's call it out. He's not doing his job as a man. You know what I mean? I guarantee you he's the type of guy who's very complacent with his job. He's very complacent where he's at. He's not striving to be better, to be more. And he's just not going to be a guy that you're going to want to have kids with, that you're going to want to fuck. You're already like turned off and unattracted to him. You know what I mean? You're already at that point. So it's time to go. It's time to go. You know, find you a guy that he's got some promise at least, or he's got some potential at least. Find a guy that's got that at least. You know, don't skip out on the guys who have potential. I don't know why a lot of girls look at it like, oh, I dated a guy who, you know, had potential, and then forget that. I'll never do that again. And it's just like, there's some guys out there that they have the potential and they have the drive, but see, a lot of girls don't really date them because those guys don't put them first. And it's like, yeah, they shouldn't. Listen, if I'm going to give women one good piece of advice, all right, it's that if a guy is ambitious and he doesn't put you first, that is a man that's going to be successful in life. You know, and if he has feelings for you and he likes you, and he does want to be in that relationship with you, and you're able to understand that I may not see him all the time. I may not be able to talk to him all the time. I may not be able to hang out with him all the time. But in the times that I do, he does make it worth it and make it special and stuff like that. That is a guy he is on his way up. He's on his way up because he understands that if I succeed, she benefits from it. And I can only make our life better. Because let's be honest, those are the guys that you want anyway. But, you know, again, I understand that, you know, sometimes women look at it like, oh, you know, I would never again. No, but I'm just saying, look for those guys. Look for the guys that don't put you first. I know it's a crazy reality, but it's the truth. It's the truth because those are the guys that are going to be successful. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. All right. Let me know. All right. On to our next one. Am I the asshole for making my friend pay for her concert ticket after she bailed last minute? Let's see what's up. So 7 of us are going to a concert and have had this planned for 4 months. One of our friends decided not even a week ago that she couldn't attend anymore. She had told us she couldn't come, and the only reason it got brought up is because myself and someone else called her asking when we were going to get paid for the hotel and the concert ticket. The venue is a 6-hour drive from where we live. Damn. Backstory, if you're interested, we've been friends with her for 4 years and just recently introduced her to one of our guy friends, and within a month they were dating. Wow. Okay. Since then, she has kind of iced us out to pursue this relationship. She was at a musical festival with him last weekend and now can't afford to go to the concert. We found a person who can come last minute, 2 days notice, but they have to take a day off of work last minute to find an alternate ride home since the dates don't line up. Our plan is to have her still pay for the ticket, but the new person will pay for the hotel. Okay. Man, in a way, I kind of think you're an asshole a little bit just because she's not going. So why, like, if she's not going and then you have this person kind of replacing it or like replacing her, and you're kind of just making this person only pay for the hotel. You're not making them pay for the ticket and the hotel like she would have had to do. I think that's where I think we're kind of crossing some lines because it's a thing where she was down to go and she was willing to pay, you know, for the ticket and for that. But then she went to that festival with her boyfriend. She was like, shit, I can't go, so I can't pay. It's one of those things where it's like now the new person that took the place, I would think I would make them, I get it. What she bought the ticket for her. And that's why she wants the money back. She's like, hey, I bought the ticket for you. And you just pay me back and then put in your money for the hotel. And so what happened is she was like, oh shit, I can't go because I can't pay for the ticket. And so they found somebody else to go, but they felt it was unfair to make this new person pay for the ticket that they bought for the other girl. But it's like, this person is going though. So now I would think they are responsible for paying you back for the ticket because they are the ones using the said ticket. You see what I mean? You see where I'm kind of getting at? So it's like, if she's the one that is using the ticket, or this new person is using the ticket, I would be like, they're the ones who got to pay for the ticket now because they're the ones that are using it. I, as the other girl, shouldn't have to pay for the ticket anymore because I'm not going. If I was going, then yes, I would pay for the ticket. You see what I mean? And so I understand, but it's like, in the same breath, it's like, nah, I'm not using the ticket, so I'm not going to pay you. You see what I mean? Now, if I was using the ticket, then yeah, I would pay you back because you bought the ticket for me. But now you're going to use the ticket that you bought for this person. So then this person should pay you back for the ticket. So, I don't know. You let me know what you think about it in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Should she still pay for the ticket even though she's not going to use it and go? Because she can't afford it. She went to that festival with her boyfriend. So, I don't know. You let me know. Let me know down in the comments. All right? Let's get on into the next one. Am I the asshole? Left a really bad restaurant review. Okay. Ordered Subway for pickup an hour and a half before closing. Got charged. Walked there. Door was locked. I got there 5 minutes before pickup time, but 1 hour and 20 minutes before store closing time. I saw the owner in the back, so I knocked on the door. He ignored it or didn't notice. Pulled on the door handle. Waited for him to look over. Nothing. I then called the restaurant, waited until the answering machine, and got no response. I live close, and when I got home, I left a 1-star review saying not to go there. A couple of minutes later, I got a call from the owner asking if I had ordered and came for pickup. I said that yes, I had been there and knocked on the door. His response was to lie that he was with a customer. I saw him walking around the back of the restaurant. It was empty and the door was locked. I told him on the phone I'm not coming back and wanted a refund, which he didn't provide. Basically, in my review, I said not to go there, gave a 1-star, and summarized what I said above. But he did call me back, and there's no way of knowing for sure it was only because the review. It's the lying that really got me and no refund. I'll get one through the bank, and should I get rid of the don't go here part? Am I the asshole / Karen for this? Honestly, no. Now, I probably would have done the same thing if I'm being straight with you. I didn't get my food. You took my money, but I didn't get my food. And the fact that I was there close to an hour and a half before you guys closed, all you had to do was open the door and give me my sandwich. That's all you had to do. But you felt the need that you couldn't do that. You see what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, if you are, I would have made the review more of like, I wouldn't have said don't go here. You did say, should I take that part out? And I probably would take that part out. I would just say, the service was bad. I was ignored and wasn't given my food that I was charged for. And I would just leave it at that. 1 star. Because for one, that's the facts. And for 2, it's like you don't even really have to put don't go there, because people reading that would already tell them like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going there. Like, what the fuck? She got charged for that food, and she got there an hour and a half before they closed, and they didn't give her food. That's fucked up. Like, I think anybody would, common sense, would kind of see that review and be like, yeah, no, I ain't going to that Subway. So, you know what I mean? You don't really have to put that. So you could kind of take that off of there. Like, don't go here, because honestly, look, the review itself will tell people not to go there. Yeah. So, but I don't think you're the asshole at all, because it's like, bro, you charged me for the food. All you had to do was open the door and hand me my sandwich. That was it. You didn't even have to say anything to me. You could have just opened the door. Here you go. Have a good night. Close the door and got back to doing whatever it is you were doing. The sandwich was made. It was already done. And I guarantee you that nigga ate your sandwich. I guarantee you he ate your sandwich. He probably took that shit home and ate it. Like, bro, fuck you, man. You ate my sandwich. And I know your bitch ass ate my sandwich. Because what else did you do with it? Come on, man. Let's be real here. Let's exercise some common knowledge. Motherfucker ate that sandwich. You know what I mean? Fucker. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, nah. Like I said, you don't have to put the don't go there. Just your experience alone would, people would look at that and be like, I ain't going there. That's crazy. How you going to charge me for a sandwich that I've already paid for and made, and all you got to do is hand it to me at the door, and you can't even do that? Nah, man. Nah. All right, this is going to be our last scenario for today. Hope you guys, if you've gotten this far in the episode, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hope you've been enjoying the show. So let's get on into it. Am I the asshole for just driving home after being snubbed by my girlfriend's dad? Background, both me and my girlfriend are going into our senior year of high school. Her parents are divorced. Okay. My girlfriend asked me to come for a day trip to her dad's beach house. It's around a 3-day trip. Right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Her beach house. It's around a 3-hour drive from where I live. I was a little hesitant to drive all that way for a day trip. But I figured, what the heck, it's in the middle of summer and I have nothing better to do. I woke up very early, around 4 a.m., and I arrived around 7:30 a.m. I was still early and had not received a text yet from my girlfriend that she was awake. So I decided to go do some stuff in the meantime. I went and checked out the beach, then went for a run. I went back to my car and saw that I had a text from my girlfriend that she was awake and nobody else was. At this point, it was around 9 a.m. I was perfectly fine with waiting in my car for a while. I mean, they're on vacation and I usually don't wake up until noon on vacation myself. Around 30 minutes later, I got another text from my girlfriend saying that her dad was awake, but was not happy I was early. Okay. He got mad at her and then proceeded to rant on the phone about the situation to one of his friends for another 20 minutes. Here is where I might be the asshole. I felt incredibly disrespected at this point. Both I and my girlfriend for not communicating properly to me. Wait, hold on. For both he and my girlfriend for not communicating properly to me, and her dad for making me wait outside for as long as he did while he ranted on the phone. So I decided to just drive back home. My girlfriend apologized profusely, but it wasn't her I was angry at. Mostly just frustrated about her poor communication skills. I was angry at her dad for reacting so childishly about the situation. I mean, come on. You're 50 getting mad at a 17-year-old daughter because her boyfriend was earlier than you expected. Okay, so you got an invite to your girlfriend's dad's beach house. You drove 3 hours and you got there before they woke up, is what I'm getting at. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So you kind of got there early. You texted, hey babe, I'm here. didn't get a response. So you were like, I'm gonna go check out the beach. I'm gonna, go for a run. You got back to your car. You're like, oh, cool. I'll drive back to the house. And for some reason, the dad was mad because you were there before everybody woke up. I mean, like, on what grounds and what footing do you have to be mad at? Why would you be mad at me? I personally think that he was mad because I think the girlfriend in this situation probably invited the boyfriend without the dad really knowing. That, you know what I mean? It was a thing where she probably asked her mom, and mom said yeah, and then she was just like, okay, cool, and then he didn't find out until the morning time that the boyfriend was coming. I think that's what happened, if I'm being honest with you, because there's no other reason why he would be mad if he had prior knowledge of him showing up. And obviously he's not going to know this because he only knows what his girlfriend is telling him, that, hey, you can meet us at the beach house, And so I think that's what it is. It's a simple fact that he didn't want the boyfriend there. She asked the mom. The mom said yeah. She made the plans. He didn't find out till the morning time. So he's like, what the fuck? Why is this, why is she inviting him, and why is he here, and all this, and yada, yada, yada. I guarantee you that was what's going on. And I don't think you're the asshole just because the dad would have made it an absolute living hell for you to be there. You know what I mean? He would have been just giving you mad looks, trying to make you feel uncomfortable, doing just the most, if I'm being real with you. He would be doing the most. He would be making you feel uncomfortable, saying sly shit under his breath and all that kind of stuff. And you leaving is good because it's just like, bro, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Because again, this could have escalated, and you guys could have got into a fight, and then it would have got in between you and your girl, and then she would have just been like, well, why did you hit him, and blah, 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 and this and that. So again, I think it's just genuinely a thing where you just say, I think it was great that you just went home and you were just like, look, babe, personally, I think this is some fuck shit that I drove 3 hours over here just for your dad to be all pissy and get mad at me. And then, I'm driving, and now I got to drive back, and I have to drive back because I'm not about to be dealing with your dad. I'm just not. I'm not about to be dealing with him this whole day and his little stank ass attitude. If he wants to have a stank ass attitude, he can have that shit by himself. I'm not about to deal with that. I'm just not. Hit me when you get back because I'm just not dealing with it. And that's a guy who you can tell is very cool, calm, and collected with things. He looks at it like, bro, I'm not about to blow up. I'm not about to get in my emotions with this. Like, I'm going to just separate myself from it and let them deal with it because I'm not wasting my time. I already know what he's going to be doing. I already know how he's going to move. He's going to try to make me feel weird about shit. He's going to try to make me feel uncomfortable, talking that sly shit, and I might knock his bitch ass out. I ain't going to lie to you. And that's just what it comes down to. And he knows that. So he looks at it like, I'd rather not potentially get into a worse situation with my girl's family and just go home. You know what I mean? My girl can come over when she comes back and I'll just clap her cheeks and we're straight. You know what I mean? So again, I don't think you're the asshole in this situation because that is exactly what the dad would be doing. That's exactly what, and I would be pissed. I rightfully so, bro, that you're pissed. Rightfully so, because the fact that you drove 3 hours, that ain't no easy drive, bro. You know what I mean? That's not just some simple, real quick drive. Like, nah, that's a 3-hour drive, man. And then I'm guaranteeing you had to wake up hella early. You probably woke up like 5, 6 in the morning to get there. Like, no, bro. Nah, I had to wake up hella fucking early when I could have slept in for 1. And then for 2, I got to drive all the way back. Nah, I'm good, man. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, as well as every scenario, as well as the thread we've gone over today. Love you guys all for the support. Again, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. $3 a month get you an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. Definitely get on the Patreon. Again, over 100 hours of content over there, just waiting for you guys to just enjoy. All right, so definitely get on there. If you're a little iffy, this Friday we will have a free Patreon episode going up. Check that out. See if it's what you want to do. And join the Patreon, man. Get on in there. Join the cause. Help us out. Audio listeners, keep downloading the show. Keep showing us support. Rating us 5 stars on your chosen platform. I appreciate it so much. Follow us on Instagram as well as TikTok. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been showing on YouTube. My goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we can do it. Follow me on Twitch. Definitely follow me on Twitch. Help me out to get affiliate. I'm hoping to get affiliate by the end of next month. I know we can do it. Come on, hang out to the streams, all that good stuff. And yeah. That's going to be it for me today. I'll see you guys on Thursday for more of our book, Lights Out. And that's going to be it for you, boy. I love you guys all. I will see you on Thursday, and peace.